Hi guys, so this is a very unedited and quite a spontaneous video. I'm upset and I'm crying because I've just read this amazing book, which I think all adopted children, no matter what country you are from, should read. Yes, she's very happy. She is 4 months on the 8th of April, and it's I Wish for You a Beautiful Life. Letters from the Korean birth mothers of A Ran 1 to their children. In my letter I got from the, Eastern Welfare Agency, I got my birth mom's name, age, and the situation. She was 29 and my father was 32. And reading these letters from these birth mothers has just brought so many emotions. I'll read you one, and I think everyone should read this book. Okay, which one? Okay. Okay. I wish for you a beautiful life. My darling and lovely baby, I met your daddy in the cool of winter when there were no stars shining through the bare branches of the trees and a chilly wind was blowing. We sat in a cafe drinking hot coffee and making sweet talk. I felt like the whole world was mine. He was handsome and 183 centimeters tall, so he was popular among women, but he loved only me, and our beautiful and precious love became deeper and deeper. One hot muggy summer day, because I could not take a summer vacation, I was lying in my room in front of a fan. An old lady came to visit me. She was your daddy's mother. She strongly disagreed with our relationship because there was too much of a gap between our social and economic classes. Also, your daddy had continued his studies. I couldn't meet your dad again after that, and I couldn't reach him when I tried to inform him that I was 3 months pregnant. My sweet and pretty baby, I needed money to have an abortion, so I worked in the kitchen of someone's house. Once I had earned some money, I went to the hospital and saw you through an ultrasound. After hearing the beating of your heart, seeing your features through the screen, and feeling your movement in my body, I just couldn't have an abortion. I realized that you were alive in my body and I could not commit such an unpardonable sin, so I came back from the hospital. As time grew by, my stomach became large with you. I was so afraid and didn't know what to do. It was a desperate time in my life. Then I was led to ARAN 1, and I delivered the most adorable and pretty baby at 2 a.m. on a Monday morning. My daughter, I bore you in suffering and pain, so I couldn't stop crying whenever I looked down at you lying next to me. I felt like the world was upside down. My sweetheart, you looked a lot like me. You had a cough when I sent you away, and my heart was full thinking about you. I couldn't bear the pain. Bless you. I wailed for you in the corner of a dark room. Mother's love, that's what it is. As the days pass, I yearn for these things. To hold you one more time, to feed you one more time, to meet you one more time. My darling, you may never be able to forgive me. I won't ask you to forgive me because mine is the sin of giving up my own child. For what I did, I'm ready to accept any punishment until the end of my life or forever. I hope that you have met good parents and that you will have a good life. I wish for you a beautiful life with a beautiful face and a beautiful heart. Think of your life as precious because you're a beautiful flower born out of pain. I cannot give you any help, but I will always pray for you. I chose your name by myself. You will remain in my heart forever with this name. How much you must have grown. I wish you a life with God always. Your loving mother. I just think these are beautiful. There's pictures. And I'll just read the blurb. An excerpt from letter 13. I hope that you have met good parents and that you'll have a good life. Oh, that was just the one I read. I'll read what ARAN 1 is. ARAN 1 is a home for unwed mothers in Seoul, Korea. with the mission of meeting the physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual needs of the young women who live there. Most of the birth mothers of ARAN 1 choose adoption for their babies, and each is asked to write a letter to her child. I Wish for You a Beautiful Life offers a glimpse at some of these letters and is an invaluable gift from the birth mothers of ARAN 1 to Korean adoptive families everywhere. These are voices not often heard, sometimes thick with guilt and loss, but ultimately filled with a powerful message of hope and love. ARAN 1 is a non-profit organisation depending on private donations for much of its support. All proceeds from this book will go to ARAN 1. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I think that's the first time I read it, and just having my own baby at 19 and knowing how much she's relied on me in these few months, it just breaks my heart to ever think of putting myself in that situation of having to separate myself. And there's also Dreaming a World, which is 17 Korean women tell their stories of being unmarried and pregnant in a culture that then rejected them. These first-person accounts span the years, written recently, but looking back over time to when their babies were born. They tell us how they felt then, what they decided to do, and how they now feel with the passage of time. Some placed their babies for international adoption, some for domestic Korean adoption, and some decided to keep their babies and raise them alone. Yes. These stories are both heartbreaking and encouraging, and they all speak of the mother's love for their children, wherever in the world they might now be. Korean adoptees will find comfort in these passages and some understanding of the forces that cause them to be adopted. The birth mothers hope they have provided some answers to the question, why did my mother abandon me? And that's what that one looks like. And it's edited, Korean birth mothers tell their story, edited by Sang-soon Han, director of ARAN 1. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Bye.